Hello, hi. Feels so weird doing this again. I haven't filmed a video in a long time. So yeah, this is quite awkward, but it's okay. Hello, it's Mayowa. Welcome to Mayowa's TV. And yeah, so today I wanted to talk about being 19 and that being one of the weirdest ages you could be because like no one ever talks about like being 19. Everyone talks about, oh, I'm gonna turn 21, or like everyone talks about like being a teenager, like from 13 through 18, like 16, 17, like those years that there are things that happen. Get your driver's license, you're in high school, prom, graduation, you get your first kiss, like everything happens between like 13 to 18, but 19 is just weird. So like being 19 is really weird because we're like, at least I feel like most people, like when you're 19, you're like a freshman in college. So that's even weird because you're transitioning from high school to college, and then you're also transitioning from being a teenager to being an adult, or like you are already an adult, but then you're still like transitioning in your head, and yeah, it's just a weird like dynamic of like being 19. Also, like, I'm 19. I've been 19 for like November, December, January. I've been 19 for 2 months, and it's been okay. When I was 18, I didn't feel any different. Like, I felt like, yeah, I'm graduating high school. This is what every 18-year-old is doing right now. But like, now that I'm 19, it's weird because like now I'm living by myself in college. I have a roommate, but like I'm away from my family. I'm free, but in my head it's just like, when you're like culturally conditioned to do things a certain way, and now you're on your own and you're just like, oh, okay, I can actually do what I want, when I want, how I want, and it's just a weird feeling. And I feel like that's something you have to go through like once you turn 19, because you're put in that position at that age. And I feel like not a lot of people like talk about the struggles 19-year-olds face. Like when you're 19, they like throw you out in the world, and it's just like, there you go, figure it out. Like most people who are like working now, like you have to figure out how to do their taxes, and you don't even learn about that in high school. And like also like you learn about like how the real world is plus college, and it's just like interesting to be able to like navigate alone. That's one thing I like about being 19, is just like being able to like just navigate on my own terms, like because I'm in college, and I have that freedom to do that. And also like figuring out what I want to do in my future, and like starting to kind of map that out. Maybe I'm a little early, but I feel like at 19, I feel like it's starting to sink in that like I'm really about to be an adult. I'm really about to be living on my own in a couple years, be married in a couple years. Like shit is going by fast. Like I feel like, and 19 is just a weird age because you're like teenager but adult at the same time, and like you have to like unlearn all the things you did as a younger person, and like start doing things in a more adult way, I guess, like a more mature way. And I feel like a lot of people mature at 19, and I feel like if you're not maturing by 19, you're gonna miss maturing. Like that's just not gonna exist for you. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like talking about being 19 because I feel like as a culture, people don't really talk about the age of 19. Well, at least in America, I think like it's not a big deal being 19, but at the same time, when you're 19, you're going through so many different transitions in your body, in your education, financially. A lot of people start working at 18, 19, and just mentally, you're like, okay, like can't do this shit anymore because I'm not gonna get away with it. I'm gonna get arrested. You know, like thinking like, oh, I can get arrested now. I can go to jail. I'm legal. Like, you know, all this stuff that we don't really talk about. Most importantly, it's important to talk about like your emotion and your emotions during that transition. I feel like a lot of the time people ask, how does it feel being 18? But when it comes to 19, people are not like talking about how is this transition from high school to college? How was your first semester of college? Like how, and for those who don't go to college, because I'm basing this on my life, like how's your transition from what you know to what you don't know, and how is the transition in your brain from thinking like a teenager to now, you know, thinking like an adult, or are you still thinking like a teenager? But yeah, I feel like if you're 19, you're awesome and it's okay. And I feel you. Shit is hard, but you're gonna get through it because you know you have to. And yeah, if you're 19, like if you're having a hard time, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your friends who are 19 because they're probably going through the same shit. But yeah, I feel like 19 is just a weird age, at least for me because I'm 19 right now. But I feel like in general, we don't really talk about being 19. You know, I feel like 19 is the transition age. It's the bridge age from like being a child to being an adult in the head and mentally, I think. But yeah, that was my video today. I just wanted to talk about being 19 years old and how I'm feeling and how I view that in the world. And this is like the types of videos I will be making now. Just talking. Maybe next time I'll incorporate something else, like maybe painting and talking, or like, I don't know. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, I want to see you next time. All right. Bye.